Good evening, everyone. Anthony Wall Street Trader, 8:14 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on Tuesday, November 16, 2021. This is not financial advice. This is educational. Click the subscribe, click the bell, be notified when the videos come out. Share the video with your friends and colleagues, and thumb it up. Thumb it up for Nucypher and Keep and Threshold Incoming Network. Intraday updates on the Twitter link below. Let's move into the markets. Nucypher, US dollar. Man, we are getting killed, but we're not. This is not the only altcoin getting killed. We'll talk about why Bitcoin is getting killed and why it's impacting all of these other altcoins. But right now, Nucypher, US dollar, clearly getting killed at every which way. Down as low as 81 cents. We had another gift, and then it pulled up. And we got back up to 88 cents and then back down again. So 88 cents was looking like an area of support based on prior action, obviously. But clearly, trends are meant to be broken from time to time, and that's where we're at right now. However, if I zoom out on this thing and I start looking at all of this beautiful broadening wedge that we once had, I think a lot of you remember that, especially when we were down to 17 cents. I'll never forget that video. But, those were the days. Now we're kind of up in the nosebleed section at 85 cents. Never thought we'd get there. But we think it could go a lot higher. The problem here is that we do have an area of support, which isn't bad, around 85 cents, roughly around here, based from all the way back here to now. The problem is below 85, it gets a little hairy over here. So I'm going to just drill into this and just take a closer inspection on this, right? So 85 cents is up here, right where we're at right now. Might have been a little lower, maybe 82 cents. Now, a couple of things we need to keep our eye on is Nucypher Bitcoin. Nucypher Bitcoin has an area, a recent low, a lower area than where we are here in Nucypher. This is kind of like, this is where it gets airy below us here. We don't have much prior action other than a long time ago. So even though we can kind of like look at its prior all-time high, Nucypher US dollar is kind of hard to figure out from all the way back here where the next resistance or support area would be all the way up here after this giant spike. So Nucypher Bitcoin is the only way to kind of figure that all out. We've had multiple areas of support and resistance. In fact, we've had an area of resistance here, right around there. All right, so right now we're pretty much on it as far as I can see right here. We could be between 1429 and 1468. Well, overnight anything can happen. So if we start dropping below 1429, we could easily be down to 1376, which is another few percentage points down. In addition to that, we also have an area of support right over here. And this is very short term, very short term. So, if we pass through 1376, we could be pulling down to around this area here at 1319. This is a short area of support. I wouldn't put too much stock into the blue one. But now let's just zoom out a little bit more and try to find what's going on back here. 6 months, nothing. Okay, so we literally have nothing going on prior to that, other than this giant wick up when we had that melt up a long time. It feels like a long time ago, but that was back October 15th. This is forever etched in my mind. So look, below this point here at 1320, then, we don't really know where it's going to go at that point. I'm not saying it's going to drop all the way down, but it needs to redefine its price action again at that level. So we're going to have to do this on a day-by-day basis. Look, we're not that far down right now. We do have support around 1429 and and further down support around 1380. Below that, we do have another one around 1322. 1322 from 1439 is roughly it's less than 10%. It's probably 8% or so, maybe a little less than that. So we've got some downside to Nucypher on the dollar pair. So we're at 86 on the dollar pair. Let's go over to Keep US dollar. Keep US dollar here. We do have an area of support. Believe it or not, Keep is actually in good shape. We have some price action we can kind of rely on back here that we've had well back in the past. So this is easier for us to kind of understand. So back here, we got a 61 handle on support, ultimate low from what this thing's looking like. 61 down is 61 cents is around 10, maybe 11, 12%, maybe a little more than that. But we do have a relative low, relative support area right here around 70 cents, and we have a resistance area around 80. So right now, we were as high as $1.14 a couple of days ago, and now we're all the way back down here. So it is holding up pretty well in the grand scheme of things, and we do have some prior price action that is easier to navigate, keep than compared to Bitcoin. But I still my personal view is I have a lot more faith in Nucypher, generally speaking. But I also think we also have to look at the key Bitcoin pair. I know we do have some resistance here around 1222, which is roughly where we're at. Now, if we go below this, we can be down as far as 1049. That's around 20% down. So 20% down from where we're at 73 cents is around 60 cents. So that's around this gray line here. So it is consistent, and we can glue those two things together and kind of get where we think the low might land. In the meantime, going over to Bitcoin, Bitcoin's the real reason why everything's taken a complete dookie today. And it's really driven by the fact that China's leader came out saying that he would, he kind of basically wants to cuff and shackle Bitcoin miners, considering it, something very, very evil. So that's fine. 75% of all Bitcoin miners are in China. I would say bring it on, shut it all down. We'd be happy here in New York. We just got a new mayor who's really looking to help to build out new Bitcoin mining plants and make New York the #1 Bitcoin mining capital of the world. And look at El Salvador. They're already doing it with volcanoes. I'd probably want to putting a Bitcoin mining rig in my backyard if they shut everything down in China. Makes it a lot more lucrative. Just think about the amount of people that will be flocking to get Bitcoin mining rigs. There's a shortage of those. Bitcoin dominance is on its way up. Strangely enough, we kind of knew this would go sideways. It's still relatively sideways, but it has got a curl to it. Bitcoin US dollar going down 8% really meant that altcoins are going down a little more than 8% due to this curl up, meaning Bitcoin dominance going up while Bitcoin is going down means altcoins are going to be down more. So just keep your eye on this here. We just don't want this thing spiking like, a couple of percentage points within a day. That would be a little nerve-wracking pretty much across the altcoin market, as well as the crypto market for that matter. In the meantime, Nucypher's at 86. We do want to see some level of support here, and looking to be right now, based on just the dollar pair, looking around 82 cents. And Nucypher Bitcoin, we do have a couple of areas of support at least that we can rectify. So 1440, worst case 1315. We should put this down to around 80 cents anyway. So anyway, I will keep everyone posted, and we will keep in touch on Twitter. Take care.